I mean, look at all our stuff is everything we own. Everything we own.
Americans are struggling to get by. Gas is at $4.55 nationally, $5.65 in Hawaii. Food prices are rising at the fastest rate in years. Electricity is through the roof. Millions of people are losing health care. Hospitals are closing. Housing is unaffordable for many people.
Something is breaking in America, folks, and it's not subtle anymore. Groceries are up 25% since 2020. Housing up 45%. Rent declared unaffordable in 98% of U.S. counties. People aren't downsizing, they're being priced out of existence. Right now, over 1.9 million Americans live in vehicles. That number has tripled since 2018, and it's climbing fast. Not because people want adventure, but because the system stopped working for them.
The system is rigged. And the way the system gets rigged is that rich people rig the system for themselves. And that is exactly what's happening today with this bill and the 3 sets of crypto bills that are before Congress. The rich get richer, the poor get poorer. And the way they do that is by lobbying members of Congress, giving them campaign donations, mobilizing people in their districts to vote for scams like this bill.
Can't have nice things because of your racism. And they are sick. They are learning that Americans have been living in squalor. White people are sick. They are learning that for 400 years, black people lived in slavery. They are realizing that they are too slaves. They are sick. They are twisted. Listen, when Donald Trump came out and said, "Why do we keep getting people from these shithole countries?" My response was, bitch, America is the shithole country. And white people are learning the truth.
White Americans are being hit with what I call economic wave. It's not heat wave this time around, but economic waves. Many of them are waking up to the realities of this particular administration, who has taken away all the stingy benefits and entitlements that they have previously enjoyed in past administration. For them, it is a harsh reality, having to be able to barely cope without those incentives taken away by this institution, where the price of groceries is up by 20%, and white farmers are not receiving the incentives that are due to them, like previous administrations, where they get bailouts if products or goods are manufactured or harvested from the farm and no one buys them. The government pays the extra to cover the losses so that they maintain production. Now this government has taken it away, and the black folks are looking at this because most of these entitlements or privileges were not made available to those who are of minority groups. Black farmers did not receive some of those incentives, so they are used to, thriving and surviving with barely little or nothing. For these white folks, it's like a wake-up call, a harsh call, and many of them are beginning to realize, many are even beginning to cry out, and many are beginning to call out this government that this is not what they signed for, this is not what they bargained for. They didn't know it was going to be this way. And that is what this video seems to want to convey. We want to cover the entire subject matter. If you're coming across my YouTube, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. Please hit that subscription button, hit that notification button to encourage your dear brother. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for what you do. You're the reason why we're here. Credit to original content creators. And at the end of the video, we'll come to give you our own general analysis. So just hang in there. We have more to share with you.
Stands for compassion, kindness, liberty, and justice for all. We're all human, and today I'm asking for one human act of compassion to please let my dad come home.
Quick question. Did you think that the American flag stood for compassion and kindness when you voted for who you voted for?
I voted for Trump, and I'm sorry. I'm uneducated. I grew up in public school system. I believed anything a teacher and a principal told me, and I didn't question it, and I walked in a straight line, and I didn't use critical thinking skills, okay? I didn't read Project 2025. I have a disabled child in the city.
I'm in my greenhouse planting some vegetables, and I'm thinking about all these farmers that's losing the farms, all them white farmers. Not the black farmers, because we donating to them. You don't hear the black farmers crying the blues, but Them white farmers, oh shit, they talking about they losing their farms now because of Trump. But they voted for Trump. But they losing their farms. Right. The black farmers, you don't hear them crying. The blues, right? Here's the difference. See, they wasn't dependent on the government. When you depend on the government to take care of you, my daddy told me never depend on the government. Now see, if they cut my little social security check, I ain't gonna say little, but because I can use that piece of coin that I worked for. You understand? I worked 32 years for my monies, for my coins. So it's mine. But I didn't depend on the government in my retired life. You don't depend on the government. No. Anyway, back to the farmers that's losing their farms. I can't even say I feel sorry for you. But this is what I'm going to do. Look here, people. Let me tell you something. Oh, look at here. This is going to be some good eating right here. You understand what I'm saying? Look here. I just grow my own stuff. Look here. That's what I'm doing right there. Yeah. So, I ain't worried about the white farmers losing their farms. I ain't even feeling sorry because they voted for Trump. You get what you asked for. You asked for the tariffs, you got them.
So I go through months or years trying to get help. My insurance company is willing to pay for me to go get treatment out of state. And every time I get a call, they tell me, sorry, we're no longer taking out-of-state Medicaid. And I'm like, okay, so what am I supposed to do? Because I literally can't, I have nowhere to go. There are no places for me to go. And then I asked her, okay, so what is it out of pocket? And she said, oh, we're not allowed to do out of pocket if you have an insurance. So you won't take my insurance. And then you won't take my fucking money if I'm gonna pay out of pocket. How does that make sense? I am so tired. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of this. I don't understand how the system could be like this. I don't understand. Like, I'm literally crying on the phone and the lady's like, well, I don't know what to tell you. You could call this person. And I was like, she was my doctor previously. And she couldn't help me. That was one of the reasons why I was referred to go to Jefferson in the first place. So now I don't know what I'm going to do.
What's up, America? I want to talk about the cost of living and how everybody is struggling in America. Now, I know we all keep waking up every day and we all try to make ends meet and we try as hard as we can. Because if we don't, we're going to fail. We have a family. We have to survive, right? If you haven't noticed, it's getting harder and harder to live every single day. Month over month, the costs are going up. It doesn't matter if it's utilities or water or food or gas. Somehow, some way, no matter the season, they find a way to fuck you. Corporations raise prices, they price gouge you on purpose seasonally, and we're falling for this shit because we don't have any choice. Well, I want to have a choice. I want it to go back the way it was before they were fucking us worse than ever in history financially. I don't mind making money, I don't mind making profit, but you're making obscene amounts of profit simply because you hate your customers. You even mock them the fact that you're taking advantage of them. And in many cases, you're getting the money, but you simply don't deserve it. You're not providing a service where it's worth it. Even shit like arcades and mini golf and fucking mountain coasters have doubled or tripled in prices. And it's the same shit. It's not like it's any extra cost. You're just fucking people for fun. Like I said, I don't mind making money and I don't even mind making a good amount of profit, but you can't fuck everyone.
So welcome back, guys. Watching this commentary and watching the videos, all credit to the original content creators. You just feel sorry for the average white business, farmer, owner, and all that because of the incentives made available to them. These are things that usually the African American or the FBA does not usually enjoy in America. The black man works for his dollar. He's not dependent on the system. Now, many Americans, white folks are coming out to cry and say the system is rigged. These corporations are robbing them day blind, and taking their money and making policies that favor the rich, sponsoring legislators, sponsoring senators that will pass bills that will further make them richer, while the less privileged or those who are of the minority groups get poorer. And that is the whole system about politics. I always tell people economic power will always determine political power. So, but I want to know what your thoughts, your opinions are. Even as the hard reality begins to get tighter and tighter by the day, drop your comments in the comment section, and trust to see you on my next video. Bye.